What's up, Bogur Nation? We have the brand new hero for Marvel Rivals Season 5.5. Surprisingly, it is not DPS, it is a Vanguard, and her name is Rogue. You might have heard of her. She's actually Gambit's wife. And I'm very excited to showcase how she works. I've been playtesting her here and there, and she's very unique. Also very difficult because she can steal people's abilities, and you can't steal everybody's abilities, but there's a lot of things you can actually steal. First and foremost, I need to start off and say that she's melee only. Ignore the cat on the bottom left, and she has 675 HP. She also has a team up with Gambit. Thank you, Rogue. She has a team up with Gambit, which I will show later on. But the first ability I actually want to go through is her right click. It is a block ability. And the way this works, at least from the description, and speaking of the description, this is the entire description right here with all of her abilities. The way it works, from her description, it absorbs nearby projectiles and also reduces incoming damage. I do want to point out that this is a melee only character, and this is a very important thing to have. So whenever I use my block, as you can see, I take less damage. I also forgot to showcase you the melee, the primary fire. These are the 3 attacks that happen if you just use them, and you have no other different animation if you press the melee button. So it's the same as primary fire. Second of all, if you actually do use your block, the damage you stack up, you can actually unleash if you press primary fire. As you can see, there's an ability on the bottom right, only active while blocking. Damage scales depending on how much damage you take. So you can see a little bar around the bar on the right side, where my shield health is, or duration. Depending on how much damage I take, that's how much damage I'm going to dish out. So if that charges up quite a bit, you're going to do a big chunk of damage. It's actually quite a lot. Really hard to showcase in practice range because we don't have many tools, but trust me on that. This is your survivability tool. This is very important to have. And again, from description, you do eat up projectiles. So I assume you cannot get stunned from anything as long as you are using your block to counter it. Now that's out of the way, we're going to go to the next ability, which is a dash, and you do need a dash to close a distance, especially if you're melee only. But after you dash up, you can actually pull enemies in. So if I dash up, if I dash up, stupid me, or down or anywhere, it doesn't matter. If I press shift again, I'll activate this ability and pull people in, which is very good because you can actually, punch them. You can get to them, you can chase them, you can get them back to you if they're trying to run away, all of those things. If I hold F1 here, you can read up the description. It is quite generally dash forward and then pull people in after a delay. That's all there is to it. It's your tool to catch people. It's your tool to escape, maybe, because you can use your dash. It's your tool for many, many things. It is quite good. It's good to close the distance. It's good to, finish off kills, and it's good to group up people. It's kind of like a mini Groot ult, I guess, because you do suck people in, so you can combo with your teammates as well. Second of all, or third of all, or fourth of all, because she has 50 million abilities, is her kick. Once you use this kick, you start floating. There's a few parts to the kick. The first and foremost, that is, after you use the kick, you actually change your primary fire to this projectile. It pierces enemies, and for each enemy you hit, you get shields, as you can see on the bottom. Now, this is good to finish off targets. It's good to do combos with. It's good to do many things with. Second of all, once you do the kick, you can actually slam people into the ground. Now, for the kick ability, it's important for you to know that you don't have to use it immediately. There is a duration after you land as well, where you can, use the kick. It's useful, I guess, for animation canceling and combos. I haven't tested anything because I haven't had much time. I just came back from the stream rewards. I'm still in LA. It is quite good. It's good to catch people that are running away because it is projectile, kind of like Reinhardt Fire Strike. Sorry, Wang. And also, it's good to keep you alive because you do get shields. You don't have to use both kicks immediately. So if you use it once and you take a little bit of damage, you can use it again to get more shields. You can min-max it, right? Like, I feel like there's a lot of creativity that you can use there. If we look at the description, whenever you actually kick people up, or not kick people up, when you kick people down, you knock them down. That's at least what it says. It says activate again to knock down nearby enemies. I don't know if that means they get slightly stunned, but that's what I assume. Again, this ability can also be used. Oh, let me show you cooldowns. Actually, I didn't show you any cooldowns. For the block ability, you can use it as long as you have any charge. For the shift ability, it is a 16-second cooldown, and for the kick ability, it's a 10-second cooldown. Okay. For the punch ability though, with the block, it is a 6-second cooldown. So there are cooldowns in this game. I keep forgetting to showcase those. 16 seconds is quite a bit, not gonna lie. After the kick, we have her bread and butter and the most important ability in her entire kit. The way it works is quite different, quite complicated. So depending on who you actually go and use it on, you steal a different ability. You can see which ability you steal based on what ability icon shows above their head. Now that's the one part of it. Like, there's a few moving parts that you need to understand. The way it works is you dash. If you dash and you hit an enemy, you grab. It's like Emma grab. When you grab them, you get that specific ability. In Hulk's case, you get his clap. There's a few more things. As you can see on the right side, you can see Bruce Banner's icon. That is because if you grab somebody, you steal their stats, and depending on the role, you steal different stats. If it's a tank, you steal their HP, and you genuinely steal it. Like, it doesn't exist as long as it's there. So that's like 10 seconds of Hulk having 125 less HP. Insane, right? If it is a tank, it's HP. If it is a DPS, you gain their damage. This means I'm pretty sure that they're gonna deal less damage and you're gonna do more. Yeah, when you do this on Storm, you actually steal her damage boost and movement slow and movement speed boost and, you know, lightning attack. But again, you steal their stats, which is a pretty big deal because it's gonna break a lot of things for a lot of characters, like one-shot combos, or in general, just having 100 less HP is quite insane for playing tank. You become a lot more squishier. It's a big nerf. And if you actually use this on a support, you steal their healing. I'm pretty sure. I think you might be getting their you might be getting heal per second. I need to take some damage and check it out. Yeah, you do get that. So if you use this on a support, you actually start healing. I know how much the healing is. Let me test it. Let me take more damage. So if I go to a Loki right now and I grab him, I'm gonna start healing up passively. Now, when you grab people as well, you do suck off their life force slightly, because I've noticed that whenever I do that grab attack and I have taken damage, even if it's not a support, you do start healing up. Let me just walk up here. Let me go pick Punisher. Also, you might notice that your health bar becomes yellow, and that's because you are CC immune. So now that I sucked off Punisher, I do need to tell you what happens when you try to do this on a character whose ability you cannot steal. Punisher being one of those characters. You reset your dash's cooldown. So if I use my shift and then I suck him off, I'm gonna have shift again. That's about it for the ability. It has a different cooldown depending on the character whose ability you steal, because I've noticed that, for example, if I steal Namor Squid, yeah, it's only one squid. Oops. Namor Squid, place the squid, 25-second cooldown, right? But if I go and steal Soul Bond from Adam Warlock, the link will be on 30 seconds right after. Or not the link, but her ability. Just give it a second. Just you wait 30 seconds, okay? So it truly depends on what ability you steal. I have tested every single ability you can actually steal, and there's quite a bit, probably around half the cast. If you want to see for yourself in game, you need to go into this thing here, and you can see based on each character if you've picked Rogue. So if I go to Mantis, you can see you can steal her sleep. If you go to Jeff, you can steal Jeff. Star-Lord, you can't steal anything. So it shows everything. Now, you know, I'm gonna actually play a recording of me showing every single ability you can steal, and just so you understand how it works and it doesn't always work one-to-one. Some of the abilities are slightly different because they need to combo with other abilities for the base kit, but because she doesn't have the other abilities, they've reworked the actual ability or rebalanced it in another way. Against Strange, you actually steal his shield.
Supreme power.
For Mantis, you steal her sleep.
So emotional.
Against Hela, you steal Soul Drainer, which is her stun.
Hella down.
Cloak and Dagger has two forms, so you can steal two abilities. If it's Dagger, you steal her healing bubble.
Lights out.
And if it's Cloak, you actually steal Terror Cape.
Lights out. Careful, Ty.
Against Groot, you steal Ironwood Wall.
Uprooted. I am Groot.
Against Magic, you steal Stepping Discs, but you can only use the Demon ability afterwards, because she doesn't have a sword. So, against Luna Snow, you steal Absolute Zero or her stun. And yes, that ability got buffed. Squirrel Girl, you steal her tail bounce.
Power.
For Venom, you steal his grasp ability. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name, it's too complicated. Against Spider-Man, you steal the amazing combo, which is a pretty amazing combo for her.
Look who's up to no good.
Against Magneto, you steal Iron Bulwark, which is the bubble ability.
Magnetic shift.
For Scarlet Witch, you steal Dark Seal.
Wild magic.
Against Thor, you steal Awakening Root.
Thunder's mine.
It doesn't give you shields though.
Bastille me in.
Against Namor, you steal his squids, and by squids I mean one squid.
Attack them.
Against Jeff, it works a little bit differently. Yes, you steal his bubbles, but you can actually place 3 bubbles at the same time. And yes, Rogue made those sounds. Against Psylocke, you steal her stealth ability.
Mind break.
Against Wolverine, you steal Adamantium Spirit, but also gain his passive if you activate his ability. So, if you press this ability, you're gonna get damage reduction, but if you die, you get revived.
Still scrapping.
Against Iron Fist, you steal Harmony Recovery, which has a very funny animation.
Valiant soul ye.
I love her. You can steal Invisible Woman's Force Physics, which means you can either push people
Psionic surge.
or pull people.
Psionic burst.
Against the Thing, you actually steal Rock Solid, but you can only apply it to yourself, which gives you damage reduction, but you also gain his passive, so you cannot get discombobulated, pushed, moved, or anything like that. Against Human Torch, you steal Pyro Blaze, which creates an area of fire around you that does a lot of damage. Against Emma Frost, you steal Diamond Form, which works exactly the same way. You cannot be stunned, but you also get damage reduction. Against Phoenix, you steal Psionic Detonation.
Burning bright.
Against Blade, you steal Bloodline Awakening, which gives you Lifesteal.
Bloodsucker.
Against Gambit, you steal Breaking Spades, which works the exact same way. You can either do a flush,
Shuffle up. Love me some remedy.
or you can do a raise.
A deadly deal.
And this has to be my favorite ability to steal, because whenever you actually steal Daredevil's Sonic Pursuit, you become blind.
Ooh, devilish.
Which is a great
Well,
attention to
look who's
detail,
up
but
here
it also
on my
works the
radar.
exact same way. Okay, finally, we have her ultimate. Her ultimate is very, very interesting. Now, it steals stats just like her grab, and depending on the character, again, it's gonna steal different stats. So I'm gonna press Q and you're gonna see what it does. It's actually 8-second duration. Now, it also steals Outcharge and shows Outcharge as well, right? Now, that is very, very cool. first and foremost, because it shows ult charge, you can clearly determine whether or not somebody has ult. Second of all, you can cancel people's ultimates, I'm pretty sure, basically, because you won't cancel them if they're active already, but if they haven't pressed the button, they won't be able to. At least that's what I assume will happen, because you steal ult charge. Now, if I actually use this ability again, you can see that I start stacking up HP and stealing HP from Doctor Strange. You can see the Vanguard icon on the right side filling up, and now I have it over 1000 HP. This works on every single row in the game, so if it's DPS, I'm gonna steal damage. Let me just remove my cooldowns. If I just start hitting here, you're gonna see a little bit more damage than usual. And if it's a support, I actually steal healing per second. I get passive healing, right? All of these buffs stack up, by the way, so if you use it in the middle of a fight, you will quite genuinely become a raid boss. You will steal all 3 rows, and you're gonna get healing, you're gonna get damage, and you're gonna get HP. I think it's quite busted, right? Let me do it on Mantis. As you can see, as it fills up, the effect becomes more potent. So now my HP per second is quite strong. I'm genuinely just like a pocket healer to myself. Another thing that it does is do damage per second, obviously. Nobody has to look at you like Daredevil. The aura around it is like Daredevil. I just got kicked off practice range because I stood for too long. Okay, so it does a lot of things. It is quite potent. It's quite strong. Like, I can imagine you using this ultimate with another ultimate like Gambit ult or something, and you just running it down into the enemy team. I don't think they could do anything to stop you. I think they're all dead unless they use a support ult. But even if they do use a support ult, you're not dying either. You're basically a walking, unstoppable killing machine, right? I'm just gonna say that this is like one of the best ults in the game. The fact that you can steal ult charge and kind of deny people from using their ults is pretty cool. If you get this going on a support before they press their ult, they actually will not be able to use their support ults either. Now, it doesn't really steal the support, like the ult charge here in practice range. I don't know if it's a bug or not, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to steal ult charge. It is quite potent. Like, you can even combo this quite a bit. You can maybe do it in the air as you're landing, or maybe as you dash in. You can pull people in as they try to escape, you know. There's a lot of things you can do. Again, I haven't tested like animation cancels or anything, but it is very, very strong. It is really good. Overall though, I think Rogue is either Rogue is going to be bad because she's melee like every other character. You need to get close to them, and even if you do get close to them, your abilities are very, very long in terms of cooldown. Like, your cooldowns are extremely long. So I know how good she will be on like in reality. She's very much like a Brawl tank. She kind of reminds me of Doomfist back in the day. I think she has a lot of kill potential if she does get close to you or the supports, but the fact that her cooldowns are so long, like even her dash being like a 16-second cooldown, it just makes her not very useful for majority of the fight. The reason why Emma is so good and Mag is so good is because they can always apply pressure long range. Angela is always good because she can always run in and out. Angela doesn't really have mobility, right? She's gonna walk up and punch you, but that's about it. But it could be different depending on what combos people learn. Because if she has some OP combos where she can just like genuinely insta-kill people once she gets to them, the character might be OP, right? So it's really hard to determine. I think her stealing abilities is very cool, because if you do steal abilities, you can use them in a way to win your fights. Like, I can steal Loki Lamp and save my team. I can steal Link and win the fight. I can steal other abilities that might enable one-shot combos, right? So there's a lot of depth to this character, which I really enjoy. I enjoy that actually quite a bit. And speaking of depth, I do want to say that her team up with Gambit is really, really strong. So if I use her team up, it's going to do AoE damage around me. Now, this is without me stealing any stats, right? Yeah, if I get close to somebody and I use this team up and I punch, everybody's going to take a bunch of AoE damage. And it gets better, because if you do use this team up, it also heals. So absolutely bonkers, to say the least. If you steal damage from people and you do this and you punch them over and over and over again, you're gonna farm so much ult charge. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go and use my ult. And if I use this ultimate beforehand, just like empty it out. I need to use it again, my bad. If I don't have any ult charge and I go in the middle of a fight and I hit like 3 people and 3 teammates at the same time and I heal them, I can genuinely farm my ult in 30 seconds. Like, just from these few punches in a non-optimal environment without actually healing anybody, I've already farmed 30% ult charge, and this was very subpar. I haven't used any combos. I haven't, like, it's not a big stack team. If it is actually a team fight, this is OP. So I think it's like one of the first Brawl bro tanks where you really want to be all stacked up together to get maximum value. And I think it's quite fun. It looks quite fun. I think genuinely I am excited to see what I can do and what other people can do by picking the right ability at the right time. Other than that, I think I need to show you her skins and her, you know, Lord icon. So if I go into rewards here and I go pick up KO prompt, I have the quad one, I have the captain reward, the quad one, or like, it doesn't have to be quad, but all of them. And then you have the centurion one. This is her base icon. This is her Lord icon. Very good icon, very beautiful. And this is the brand new skin. You might have seen it. Awooga. This is the MVP. This is the base MVP. And emotes. But that's about it. That's about it about Rogue. I'm gonna play test her today and showcase it on stream. I'm very excited. And thank you so much for, you know, watching the video. I'm sure I missed something. I'm sure people are gonna be upset, but if you like it, you know, I'm gonna do more in the future. Anyways, bye bye.